KG, maybe it's a product of our polarized culture. So many people have strong opinions and an utter inability to back down, even if they're wrong.
Yeah, and for whatever reason, it seems like saying I'm sorry can be seen as a sign of weakness, when in reality, it's a show of strength.
So we're looking at how to make an apology and really mean it. And that's our featured story at the top of the list. American apologies are in a sorry state.
People struggle with repentance work all the time.
Rabbi Danya Ruttenberg is the author of On Repentance and Repair, Making Amends in an Unapologetic World.
We have ourselves as the hero of the story. We're the good guys. We always mean well.
Which makes saying sorry hard.
It's not fun, so people don't want to do it.
But we can get better at making real apologies. We're running down the 5 stages of repentance, and it starts with confession.
Owning fully the harm that you've caused without hedging, without bluffing, without talking about how you meant really well, and so it should all be okay.
Avoid the instinct to minimize your actions.
When you own the harm that you've caused, the person who was harmed gets validated in what was done to them. You stop hiding from the truth, and others can see you and support you in your growth.
Step 2 is to begin to change.
It's not enough to say I did wrong because I was acting out of trauma. But if you don't do the work to address that trauma, then the probability is that you're going to continue getting that button pushed in different ways, at different times, with different people. You're gonna continue to be that same person who does acts of harm.
So get to the work of fixing the underlying problem.
Start taking a journey of change and growth so that you can become someone who makes different choices.
So now you're ready to accept consequences and possible restitution, and this is the first step you're actually reaching out to the other party.
Because we want them to already be on this journey of growth and healing and not still reactive.
Your work so far has prepared you to really listen.
You don't say, here are your amends. You go to the victim and you say, what do you need? Like, do victims need to have their therapy paid for? Do they need compensation for time off?
And only now at step 4 are you ready to fully express a sincere apology.
By the time you get there, you're not apologizing because it'll make them feel better. You're apologizing because you have to. You just want the other person to know how much you regret your actions. It's not about saying the words, checking off the box. You are horrified and ashamed that you did this thing, and you are genuinely contrite.
Finally, reassure your victim that you're on the path to making different choices.
You will always have the opportunity to cause the same harm again and again and again.
Unless you work on the underlying issues.
If your issue is about anger that you don't know how to manage, it's gonna find a new way to manifest itself, even if it's not the same exact situation, until you do the work to get to the root.
So turn those hollow apologies into a real process of repentance.
We can create a culture where we're all taking care of each other, where there's more love and care to go around everywhere. It's win, 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 win.
How to really apologize is at the top of the list.